Hey everybody, welcome back to my Unprocessed life. It's morning and I'm headed to work and I'm on time this morning. Not quite early, but I am only about 10 minutes late from being early. How's that? So last night we had lentils for dinner. Green lentils with quinoa and some corn tortillas and some diced tomatoes, a little bit of hot sauce, and it was yummy. I did weigh today, and after my weekend of debauchery, I was up a couple pounds, so being back on the straight and narrow for day 2 is probably going to get that squared away. I'll probably spend the rest of this week working to get back to where I was a week ago, because weekends apparently are my killer. When I'm in my routine and doing my daily, everything that I do on a daily basis, it all falls into place pretty well. Get up, do your morning stuff, go to the kitchen, make your oatmeal, slice your stuff for your veggie sandwiches, throw it in your lunchbox, go take a shower, get ready, grab your stuff, go to work, eat your oatmeal on the way, get to work, do your work stuff, have lunch, come home, have dinner, and it's all in their structure there, and that structure helps keep me going the direction I need to go, doing what I need to do. The flip side to that, of course, is that when I don't have any structure, I can do whatever I want. So I'm lazy and I don't go do the things I need to do. I did actually eat some oatmeal this weekend, so that was a good thing, but that was about as far as my discipline went in regards to staying true to my regime of, or my discipline of what I'm trying to eat in a day and so forth. So, that being said, I'm going to have to work harder on my weekends more than anything else. And weekends are pretty tough. I'm on call this week, so, and there are some activities this weekend, which means that I'll have to be up around midnight, Saturday night, and Sunday morning, and that's going to be, a little bit of a challenge as well, because that throws you off of your daily routine of, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, sleep, breakfast, lunch, dinner, sleep. And so that's one of those things that you gotta be aware of, that is going to be part of it. But this is a long-term game, right? This is one of those games where you're trying to make sure that you don't just win battles, but you win wars. And so sometimes you lose some of the battles, but you got to keep fighting until eventually you win the war against whatever it is, whether it's disease or being overweight, or not exercising enough, not being healthy enough, whatever the case may be. You just got to keep working at it until you finally find the key that works for you. And on top of that, also, you've got to find a way to deal with the losses. Victories are typically, not always, but typically pretty easy to deal with. It's the losses that really mess with your brain. The challenges in regards to how you don't get things right. A lot of times then you start to think, okay, is this working? Am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing something different? You change your processes and things that had been working in the past because you aren't seeing the same results or the results you want, and so there's a huge mind game that goes on with all of those things. So it's important to try to make sure that you stick to your routine and you stick to the principles and the philosophies that you believe in. And I've been guilty of not doing that. It's been a challenge for me a number of times. How many different things have I tried? Raw food, thinking about trying like the potato cleanse thing, and then ultimately, because of my pre-diabetes, I wanted to try to, do something to back that off, which is the reason I went with Dr. Neil Barnhart's methodology. And while I'm not 100% compliant on it, I've done a lot of the things, and it seems to really be helping quite a bit. So definitely continuing on in that track, but that's the one I'm going to try to stick with for a while not only because I've seen some success, but because I want to see how it affects my health in the long run. And so we can give it a good few months to kind of work itself through, while still adding other pieces that I feel are necessary, like greens and things like that. All right, so I guess that's all for this morning. If you want to see things that I eat in a day that I take pictures of and put on my Instagram feed, you can find me over there at myunprocessed.life. And if you want to email me directly, you can do that too, myunprocessedlife@gmail.com. I also respond to comments if you place them down below. If you like my videos, make sure you give them a thumbs up. If you love my videos, make sure you share them. And if you want to know when new videos are coming out, make sure you subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for spending time with me today. It's a few minutes of your life you'll never get back, and the fact that you chose to spend them with me is very humbling, and I really, really appreciate it, and I understand how important that is. So thank you for hanging out with me for just a few minutes, and I will talk to you again this afternoon on My Unprocessed Life.